Hey everyone, welcome back to Breadbox Racing in 4x4. And if you're seeing this, we're barreling towards 2025. Or if it's the future, it's already 2025, or maybe beyond, who knows. It's Christmas Day currently, and we don't have our video to go out, so I thought I'd give you a look ahead to what's coming for the next year. Because I realize we've been pretty quiet this year, and we really haven't done much in terms of videos. We've actually been super busy and working on a ton of things, but we've had some roadblocks on some projects and we just haven't been able to make videos on them because they're just not where we need them to be at to have a video for you. So I thought I'll show you around the shop what we're working on, what we got coming, and some of the projects that are going to be coming up for the next year. For starters, well, you can see my beloved Porsche has the engine on the floor. Well, she had some oil problems this year and there's some metal in the oil. There wasn't this time. Before I dropped the engine, I drained the oil out and there's nothing in it, so it looked clean. So either it settled out and it's in the pan, or who knows. I gotta open her up, give it a health check. There's some issues with that particular engine or that series of engine that crop up. Bore scoring, the intermediate shaft bearing, a couple other things. And I know I had what sounded like lifter tick. I suspect that's probably from the beginning of the year when it started from cold and dry. So I'm hoping that's all it is, but we're gonna find out. We do have some more things coming up for the Porsche this year, namely a whole lot more racing. Because last year we took home first place in the rear wheel drive class for our local autocross club. The car killed it all year. I beat on the thing and it never missed a beat. I love that car. Never thought I'd be a Porsche guy, but here we are. So we got some stuff coming up for that. Some more weight reduction stuff. Some more exhaust bits. I found some headers. So that car is probably going to be a whole lot louder. Hopefully not too loud. We may have to do something with the muffler situation, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Of course, there's the MG. The car that brought in most of the people that watch the channel, I think. That and the Jeep were kind of the two big builds. So we are getting back to the MG finally after months. I haven't worked on this thing since Father's Day. But I've got all new rear quarter panels to go on, front and rear valences. And that'll deal with the last of the rust on the car, except for a couple little spots where it's got some pitting, but that'll be patching. Now, something I would like to do is there's this crimp bead along the top of the wings on the MG. On an original car, yeah, it's supposed to be there. I was never a huge fan of it, partly because it builds up wax when you try and polish the car. So what I may try and do is weld that and then sand it and make it into not a sharp point, but so it doesn't have that crimp bead along the top. I think it'll clean it up some because it doesn't have it on the front, so. And I know my dad did that to one of his MGs at some point and it was a huge job and yada yada, so. Again, something he did to his, I'd like to do it as his, just a nod to where we came from, right? So what else do we got going? Oh, well, the infamous Del Sol. Now, Braden's not here to talk on this, so I'm going to talk on his behalf. Hi, Braden. Oh, he had problems with this thing this year. So it runs, but on the stock computer. You saw the video we tried to make the Speedwino. We fought with the thing for 2+ months trying to get it to run on the Speedwino. And eventually, after enough problem solving and troubleshooting, came to the realization that the Speedwino is dead. Dead on arrival. We could not get it to pick up trigger signal, even though we know we had our settings right. And I went out and bought an oscilloscope just to read and make sure we were getting a reading. And we checked, we had continuity and everything. So, unfortunately, the Speedwino is not going to happen. It was a cool idea. I really wish it had worked because How cool would that be? $400 computer to run a car? I am in for that. And we may still try and do that on something. I've got a couple ideas for builds to come up in the, maybe not this year, but in the near future. Maybe a street bike build where we convert a bike from carbureted to EFI. I think that would be super cool to do. And I think a Speeduino would be the perfect thing for that. So, but what do we have coming up for the Del Sol? Well, Braden is going to get a Honda. I know. Super overdone, right? Well, we know they work. They're easy. And at this point, he just wants to drive this thing. He didn't get to drive it all this year, so I, for one, I don't blame him. But on the more cool side, well, I mean, that's pretty cool because it means we get to drive a boosted Civic. Or, Del Sol. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it doesn't make big power. But the one time we did get it at this year, man, does this thing make dose noise like nobody's business. And the blow-off valve, it's got like a, I'm not sure if it's an actual HKS valve or if it's a knockoff. I think it's an actual one, but it sounds great. And that tiny little turbo running on the 1.8 liter spools like that. And we just have it running wastegate pressure right now, which was 4 PSI. Well, we did run into some other problems. Namely, this thing leaks coolant like nobody's business. We thought we had it licked. We took it out to drive it the one time. It was okay. It dribbled, not a big deal. Not so much that you couldn't top it up when you got somewhere and it cooled down and drive it home. Now, I don't think saw any videos of it, but we are working on an LS conversion in a square body Chevy. It is a, Brain will have to correct me here, I think it's a 76 Suburban. It's in really good shape. It does have a couple rust spots, but it's in really good condition to compare what you would usually find in British Columbia, which is generally completely rotted out. What else do we got? The Jeep's gonna get some maintenance. The Jeep's gonna get an exhaust and some maintenance. And then some abuse. Because it is essentially ready to drive. The thing always fires up. It never has a problem. I am ready to send that thing. And we are gonna send it. So there will be some videos coming this year of us in the backcountry doing some 4x4ing, which is what I built it for. It's nice to finally get to use the thing for it. We have gotten some new tools around the shop. We got a new TIG welder. So this one will do alternating current and direct current. So I can do aluminum finally. It's also pulse and high frequency start. And I've done some test welding with exhaust and it makes it so much easier when you're not having to scratch start your arcs. I didn't realize how much more difficult that made it until I got this thing and I was able to click a button and then just go and click when I needed to stop. Oh, what an improvement. And all in all, like, everything I've done with it, it does great. I'm not very good with aluminum yet, but that's because I don't know what I'm doing. So, so that's the big tool that we got recently. I got a whole bunch more work done on the Rover V8. You can just see it away in the corner over there. It's not just a short block anymore. It's got heads on it. The heads have been machined. I redid the valves, lapped the valves, set all the spring tensions, spring height, spring seat height, so that they all had even spring pressures. And moreover, cleaned all the valve guides out, and a couple of them I had to hone because the valves were sticky. No, valves should just glide like butter. So yeah, it's going to be a bench model, but I don't build engines that can't run. I won't do it. Maybe that's what I'll do. Tomorrow night, I'll edit that video. Get that out, assuming I actually took any video. Or did I edit it already? I don't know. I'm going to have to find out. Oh, what else do we got going? For the next year, we are going to be doing some more racing. I am going to go back to Area 27. I would like to go to the Vancouver Island Motorsport Park. I think that would be a really fun track to go to, and I'm going to go back to Mission again, see if I can knock some more time off my PB. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. That's what we're looking forwards to, and I can't wait to bring you guys along for the ride. And we did pass 1,000 subscribers this year, which is mind-blowing. But somehow, in the last 3 months, we've gotten our 500. That's a huge rate of change. So thank you guys for watching our stuff while we bumble around being a bunch of idiots. That's that. It's Christmas, so I'm going to go in and have some Christmas dinner. And hopefully get this video to you guys so you can watch something in bed on Christmas Day. Or when you're hungover the next. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for following our stuff. If you don't follow, I highly suggest it. Inconsistent as we are, we do try and be entertaining. And anyways, thanks for watching. I hope everybody has an amazing new year. Get out there and work on some projects and go have some fun. That's the name of the game. Catch you guys later. Broken. Oh, even more broken than we thought. How'd that happen? Broken. It won't take us long.
Free snacks.
Free. I need the flex plate because my plate is inflexible.
So some smart cookie made these rails to go in the valley here to lift the engine out.
It was me. I was the cookie.
Yeah. It's all very flaky.
Makes choo-choo noises.
Does.
Yes.
And I have brakes.
Well, that's probably more important, I would say. Man, it makes good choo-choo noises too.
Yeah, that was.
Here it comes. There it goes. Boogity 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 boys, let's do some racing. I got up to about 911. Yeah, I passed someone. Oh, it's a turbo too. Okay guys, we got the MGB parts. It's a good thing I didn't bring my pup. I really wanted to bring her, but yeah, we got a full load. So the fenders are in great shape. They will need to be soda blasted. On the inside they have just a little bit of surface rust. I mean just a little. Not enough to be concerned about. Soda blasted, they'll come right out and they'll be great. And they're nice and straight. The doors, I'm not sure what to think about the doors because they're very heavy. I also got for 20 bucks a box of our parts, fuel pumps and slave cylinders and master cylinders and badging and stuff like that. Chrome overriders that are new in bag, never been used, and they're in great shape. He tried to sell me on a set of Rose style wheels, but nah, that's not what I want to put on my car, and Sarah's already got a set on Dad's. So let me grab my battery pack. We'll get it wired up here, and then I'll take you all around the car and show you all of our haul. Okay, sorry about the terrible audio, but it is what it is. So, try and avoid stepping in the puddles. Starting from the back, working our way forwards. We got our two fenders. They're in good shape. Also, if you guys are ever moving a ton of weird body parts like this, Tool Noodles, they work amazing for this. You can slice them down the middle and put them over corners and edges. You can put them between piles. They work really good. Okay, sorry about the terrible audio, but it is what it is. So, try and avoid stepping in the puddles. Starting from the back, working our way forwards. We got our two fenders. They're in good shape. Also, if you guys are ever moving a ton of weird body parts like this, Tool Noodles, they work amazing for this. You can slice them down the middle and put them over corners and edges. You can put them between panels. They work really good. Okay, so we also got our hard top for the Porsche. You can see we got the pool noodle sliced so it's protecting the bottom edge. We've also got the 2 doors for the MG, and now that I'm looking at them, I don't think they have Bondo. There's no caving in on the inside, and the outer skin is too thin to have any substantial amount of Bondo. Now we got this is the piece that covers the storage area for the soft top on the Porsche. This one covers this is the lightweight trunk, and it is extremely light. The guy told me use the steel frame, but tapping the back, it actually sounds like it's 100% fiberglass. But it's nice that it's got some structure to it, because it means I can mount a wing to it if I ever get the car that far. Moving forwards, we've got all of the suspension parts for the Porsche. We got a steering wheel hub and a Sparco steering wheel. This is all Tarrant Engineering control arm assemblies. And here we've got the master cylinder from a Porsche 996 GT3. Now I'm going to close the door before we get too much more rain in there, because man, is it coming down. So yeah, everything's loaded up, seems reasonably secure. I went a little overkill with the ratchet straps, but better too much than not enough. So we're gonna get inside, get out of the rain, and then carry on home.